Butcher block kitchen countertops have traditionally been very popular. They have a classic look, and they're strong enough to receive hot pans without damage. To make your own countertop, the first step is to obtain the wood. Traditionally, maple is used because it's extremely hard and has dense wood grain. The countertop shown was constructed in 2 sections, and then the 2 sections were glued together. Building in 2 sections makes the smaller workpieces a lot easier to handle. Hard maple can be difficult to rip. Use a bandsaw with a fine-tooth blade to resaw the pieces into rough size. Then run them over a joiner to achieve a more even face. The width of the strips is up to you, but they should be consistent from piece to piece. Butcher blocks are traditionally constructed of random length pieces. Cross-cut the strips into random lengths. Use a full-length piece to begin, and another one to end each half. Create a gluing platform using a piece of stock 1/4 inch narrower than the countertop to be glued up. Cover the platform with wax paper, and then lay the strips in place in a dry run. The joints should overlap at random lengths by at least 3 inches. To glue, start with the section joining the first full-length piece. Apply a heavy bead of quality weather-resistant glue to its backside and to the ends of each random length piece. Position the pieces in place, and then continue with each length until you have applied glue to the entire section, including the last full-length piece. Apply even pressure with the clamps, making sure the joints are tight, even, and flat. Wipe away any excess glue from the top surface and allow the assembly to set up at least 24 hours. Repeat this process for each half of the countertop. Next, smooth up the 2 glued-up countertop halves. The best tool for this job is a drum sander. A belt sander can also be used to cut away the glue lines and sand the top and bottom surfaces smooth. To add a rounded corner to the countertop, use a bandsaw with a support roller on the outfeed end of the workpiece. Sand smooth the edge of the rounded corner with a disc sander. Glue and clamp the 2 halves together and sand the joint smooth. To round off the edges of the countertop, use a 1/2 inch roundover bit and a router. Then, finish sand the countertop with progressively finer grits of sandpaper for a smooth, glassy surface. Work the countertop to 320 grit smoothness. Remove all the dust. Then apply a salad bowl finish with a lint-free white cloth in a thin uniform coat. Allow 6 hours of drying time, and then lightly scuff sand with 400 grit sandpaper and recoat. Allow 24 hours for the last coat, and then rub with a nylon mesh pad or fine steel wool. Allow 72 hours of curing time, and then wash the surface prior to food contact. For more information on home improvement projects, visit extremehowto.com.